Hello and welcome back to another episode of Boston College Dynasty here on College Football 26. In this episode, we're going to be taking on Stanford. It's going to be our first ACC matchup of the year. We are the same overall, although the overall system in this game isn't. We're going to take a look at their roster. Stanford doesn't have a ton of impact players, but Colin Wright is definitely going to be one of them. Senior corner is a lockdown. Sam Roush, also tight end over the middle type of threat. They're going to have Cedric Irvin, good halfback, pretty well-rounded team. They are led by quarterback Elijah Brown, true sophomore, definitely a pocket passer. They don't have any super mobile guys. He doesn't have a cannon of an arm, but he seems to be pretty accurate. As well as Cedric Irvin, they also have Micah Ford, who's got a lot more abilities. Also Chris Davis Jr. and other guys behind them. Ricky Galvin is their best receiver, the junior. Definitely not a speedster, although that is what his archetype says. Caden High is an elusive route runner. I don't think their defense is bad, but if there's a team that I would be surprised if they beat us, this is definitely one of them. But every time you say something like that, it always goes bad. Scotty Edwards, one of their good DBs as well, should highlight him. That's really all you need to know about Stanford. A couple of impact players, pretty average roster. They are going to be wearing their standard homes, which means we're going to be wearing our standard aways. And let's just hop right into it. Wow, that is some mascot. Very cool, though. You got to love the tradition. Again, another road game going to be at Stanford. This time we are going to kick off first, so we'll get to see their offense before they see ours. Love that, to be able to set the tone as they go down at the 18. As we said, Colin Wright and Sam Roche, they're impact players. And this is a ACC conference matchup, probably one of the weaker teams in the conference. They're set up here on 1st and 10, and they do go with the handoff on the RPO, gain to 2. 2nd and 8, we are going to be blitzing with Crouch here off the edge. They got a guy in motion. They're bringing him all the way over here, and they fumble on the snap. We pick it up, and Crouch is able to get in on the scoop and score. What an odd first play that was. I don't even know what to say to that. The Eagle loves it, though. Oh, my God. I mean, just completely botched it. I don't think we recover that if I'm not usering. Davion Crouch, immediate impact player, for sure. Well, that was certainly something, I'll tell you. Not how we were expecting this game to start. Yeah, they're going to run a play action here, kind of go over the middle. I've bottled that, and unfortunately we can't pick it off. Now here on 2nd and 10, we're covering this guy in the flat. They go over the middle, gain 5. 3rd and 5, we're going to be blitzing with Thornton on the edge. They go a run. I thought it was a play-action fake. Very odd call as they lose 2. Jalen Blackwell on the tackle forces them to punt it. Blocks don't set up great, at least not on that right side, but they're coming around at a weird angle. Anytime they do that, I always take it and run forward. We're going to be taking over at the 41. They're highlighting Lewis Bond, who did have an incredible week last week against Michigan State. We'll set up here on 1st and 10 with that in mind. Going to look to throw the ball, get it over the middle, but we take a hit. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Interesting little play there. We get it out a little bit earlier, and Lewis Bond this time gains 7. 3rd and 3. Going to get it to Bond again, and he holds on. Obviously, that does get us the first. We're going to go underneath. Franklin is just left wide open, and we are going to take it all the way to the 21. 1st and 10. Franklin's open again. This time he catches it and gains 10. Not enough for the first, but I feel pretty confident if we just hand this ball off to Jordan McDonald that we will get the first. We get a lot more than that. Get all the way to the 2. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're going to get it to McDonald again. We get the blocks, and he is in. Jordan McDonald's been great to start the year. I don't know about a Heisman candidate or anything as he celebrates with the team. He's already got 5 rushing touchdowns, as the announcers just pointed out, on this season. He is our senior. Doubt that he's someone that we could get drafted into the league, but definitely someone that I could see being an actual impactful NFL player in the right circumstances. 1st and 10, they hand it off. We don't really set up anything, and they gain 4. 2nd and 6 now. We're going to try and send pressure. It gets there eventually, and they're down with the sack. Owen Stoudemire on the play. 3rd and 15. We're not going to stop bringing pressure now. I'm blitzing, and that's going to get to him. Loss of 2. The play calling there is incredibly suspect, I gotta say. I mean, who's running a direct QB run on a 3rd and 15? We're already up 14-0. I mean, I said this game was going to be easy. I didn't think it was going to be this easy. We're going to run a little screen to McDonald. We get all the blocks and everything that we need. He's still going all the way to the 32. 1st and 10. Going to get that to Franklin. Probably should have gone to Bond. Takes us to 2nd and 7. Going to keep it in the air. Going to Bond. And he's going to fall forward for the first down. Terrell Jones in the backfield here as we're about to run it. Not going to get too much on this one. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8. I should not have thrown that, but it works out. That's crazy. I thought that was going to be a pick for sure. Reed Harris able to make the touchdown catch. That totally botched call by me. Still works out. I mean, 20-0. This is insane. Feeling pretty good about ourselves, I won't lie. After the return, they're going to take over at the 17. So 1st and 10. Let's see if they can get cooking. They get a nice little run for 6. 2nd and 4. Blackwell going to get in the backfield and drop him for a loss of 2. Jalen Blackwell is definitely a leader of this defense. Nothing you can say to change my mind. And they are on 3rd and 6, just going to let it run to the end of the first quarter. Again, no better start you can ask for. 21 spot just in the first alone. Sets us up great for the rest of the game. 3rd and 6. They are going to fake the draw. I don't know who that was thrown to. Just out in the middle of nowhere, and they're going to have to punt it again. We're going to take over at the 40 after the punt. Definitely can't complain about anything that's happened so far. Although the blocking there, lose at 3, not great. 2nd and 13, going underneath. Bond is the only one available, gains 5. 3rd and 8, real interesting play here. I had so many guys relatively open, but didn't end up going to any of them. I was looking at Skeet on the corner post route, whatever it was. Yeah, we're going to try this blitz on 1st and 10. Tucker comes from all the way to sack him. 2nd and 17 after the sack. They're going to leave a bunch of people wide open, but only gain 3 on the play. 3rd and 14. We're not super worried about it. Oh, my God. What a catch. I should have kept my mouth shut. Announcer Jinx coming in hot there. They are going to read option. Nobody notices that he still has the ball, and Elijah Brown walks it in. He has negative 16 rushing yards on the game because we've sacked him already a couple of times, but that gets them on the board, and that's pretty important right now. All right, here we go. Jaden Skeet over the middle. Oh, my God, we fit that in there, and he gets the first. Looks like we could get a nice little run on this, but we're going to get that over to Reed Harris instead, and he's going to get us a first. Around halfway through this quarter now, we're going to get that over to McDonald, and he gains 8 on the run. The run game has been meh so far. Don't want to lean on it too hard, but if we can get some free first downs on the ground, we got to do it. Making adjustments at the line, 1st and 10. It's an interesting play. We're going to get it to Skeet. He's going to hang on for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. We're going to get a block. Oh, my God. What a pancake that was. McDonald gets all the way, gets us a first. Terrell Jones in the backfield now, going to stick with the run, and that only goes for 2. 2nd and 8. Jones going to get that catch. Gains 5 on it. We theoretically could take this to the warning. I'm not super worried about it on 3rd and 3. We're going to hand it to McDonald. He's going to follow his blockers, get all the way to the 1. Still haven't even gotten to the 2-minute timeout yet. We're going to run it with Terrell Jones, and he is going to lose 1. Take us to the 2-minute timeout. McDonald is back in. Their defense doesn't look prepared for the run. It isn't, and Jordan McDonald throws that Heisman up. As he should, man. I mean, he's been excellent to start. They are actually going to block our extra point. Haven't seen one of those yet. Hopefully shouldn't come back to bite us, but don't want to jinx us. Stanford now, under 2 minutes to go, running that drill, and they're going to get 7 on the first catch. They're getting back to the line in a hurry. And wow, what a play at the line, batting that one down. I was expecting them to complete that pass, get a whole bunch of yards, but instead, they're going to have to complete this over the middle. 1st and 10. Gonna have to stay with that. They're gonna dump it off to the running back for a gain of 8. They're marching, man. They used one timeout, but so far, I would say they've been doing pretty good for themselves. Oh, man. He got that corner, steps out. New set of downs. Stanford is marching to end the half here. We're going to stay with that guy over the middle. Nobody wants to try and get him. New set of downs. Clock's not moving, but we get a very odd play there. What in the world was that? Well, it's 2nd and 20. They used another timeout after the fumble. That's going to be another catch inbounds. It's going to take us to 3rd and 16. Clock is ticking, too. They are not hurrying to the line at all. They're going to get out of bounds on that, but it's now 4th and 12. They're going to have to kick a field goal from the far hash here. They're going to kick right up and good. Wow. That does cut our lead down to 17 at the half. Can't say that it really matters too much to me. We'll just hand this off to McDonald. Oh, my God. Yeah, that stat pad is worth it to me, especially if we are trying to get him into the Heisman convo. You know the score. We've talked about it. I mean, to go on the road for these 2 games here and play the way we've been playing, obviously we expect it to dominate Army. They run a flex bone, but this is a completely different thing. And on top of all that, we get ball to start the half. Don't you dare, Detrell. Let that one bounce. To make up for Detrell not getting to return that, we are going to give him a carry here. He's going to fall forward for 3. Brings us to 2nd and 7. Going to get that to Jaden Skeet. He catches it, only for 3. Now we're at 3rd and 4. Going to get that to Skeet again. He hangs on. Takes us to 4th and 1. All right, 4th and 1. Can we realistically get this? I think we can. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. It's a crazy call. I know. Should just punt the ball away. But I don't do that. I just refuse. If I feel like our team has the goods, then I'm going to make sure that we keep the possession going. Obviously, you can't give them the ball back, in the 35, but I wouldn't have hiked the ball if I didn't feel like we at least had a shot here. That screen does not work at all. We're now 3rd and 4. They're not defending against the run. They just don't do it. That time brings us to another 4th and 1. I mean, come on, man. You think I'm going to let them do this again? I will go for it again. It's 4th and 1, and you're leaving the middle wide open like that. Like, we're going to fall forward and get it basically every time. Anyone who punts in that scenario has 0 balls. We're going to run a little jet sweep. It is with the running back. Oh, man, that's going to go down for a big loss. 2nd and 15. We had him. I should have just thrown it immediately. Bond was wide open. That is so brutal. That's not going to work either. Gain of 3 on that throw. I may be a psycho, but I'm not going for it on 4th and 18. I can promise you that. And they're going to fair catch it at the 31. They take over now, 1st and 10. They're going to go to the outside for the handoff and lose 1. Edwin Kalenge on the tackle sets us up at 2nd and 11. And here we go. They snap that. And they're going to go right over the middle. And, wow, they put that right where it needed to be. Not only were there 2 guys there ready to try and intercept it, there was a guy underneath I was usering, but they placed that ball right where it needed to be. Same as this one. Gain of 6. 2nd and 4. We're going to throw this blitz on the corner with Thornton. They moved him out of the way. Oh, what a play. Yeah, that's going to be awful. New set of downs. They're going to throw another one. That one gets batted. 2nd and 10. They're going to go to the out route, and we knock him down for a gain of 7. 3rd and 3. Going to send a little bit of pressure on this one. Blackwell gets picked up. They're going to take a shot deep, and we bat it down. They'll be fine settling for 3 as that makes it a 2-score game. I will say Stanford chipping away. They're making us think about it a little. All right, 1st and 10. Not really sure what Jaden Skeet was doing. So glad that that's not a pick. I can't lie, that was a little crazy. We're going to throw that there, and that one is picked, and that's going to be a pick 6. So, they jumped that route perfectly. I don't like the curl routes in this game. I don't think I've run one in this series yet. And that right there is why. I mean, it's just so easy to jump it. Disastrous result there. We should be going into the 4th quarter with a 2-score lead. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. We are going to get it to Jaden Skeet on the outside. He's going to make a move, and he is going to take us to their territory. Can't be too mad at Grayson James. Thought his guy was open. We're going to have to follow our blocks here. We gained 6 on the play. This is going to be the last play of the quarter here. And for good reason, we're going to get that to Lewis Bond, get the first, and head into the final quarter up 7. Yeah, look at that. I mean, we've thrown the ball a lot of different people's ways. Skeet and Bond especially, though. McDonald here gets the run of 7. He's been running all over this Stanford defense today. We're going to give him another shot on 2nd and 3. Blocks hold up again, and he gets inside the 10. 1st and goal now. McDonald probably could have gotten caught in the backfield. Gets to the 3. Now 2nd and goal. We're going to get it to McDonald again. That time he does get caught in the backfield for a loss of 2. 3rd and goal. Don't do anything dumb here. We're going to get that over to Harris, and Reed Harris gets in. Yeah, I'm just throwing that Heisman up whenever we score. I don't care. After that concerning pick 6, we respond, go back down the field, give ourselves a new 14-point lead. Theoretically, it's like we took a bunch of clock off and punted, but more realistically, we gave them life, and now we're working to snuff it out again. I mean, realistically, this game is still not even close to over. They're going to go to their tight end. He's going to get 9. 2nd and 1, going to send some pressure. They pick it up, and they get it to Roosh again. No secret why these guys love their security blanket tight ends, but not exactly big play threats. Speaking of which, we're going to knock them for a gain of 2. Empty backfield on 2nd and 8. They're going to hike it. Very interesting because the pocket collapsed immediately, and they're going to lose a bunch on the play. I think that's Owen Stoudemeier's 2nd of the game. He hasn't had any on the season up to this point. Gotta love it when a guy like that's balling out. And they're trying to run outside. We're going to deck them for a loss of 2 more. And this is going to be probably the last breath of this comeback that Stanford's trying to brew here. 4th and 15. Definitely crazy there. They fumble it on the sack, and we're going to take over. This is an interesting play here. We're going to get that over to Bond, and he's going to sit down. We're chewing the clock now. McDonald is going to get the carry on 2nd and 1. He somehow gets through that mess and gets us to 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 3. McDonald's blocks are holding up, and he's in. Throw that Heisman up, boy. Yeah. 99 yards, 3 touchdowns, 15 carries. I mean, it's not like we're just pounding the rock. We're giving it to him when we think there's an advantage. When we think it's better to pass, we'll pass. So it got a little scary there for a moment. That pick 6 definitely didn't feel great, but put another 40 spot on another opponent. And Stanford is in desperation mode. 1st and 10. They don't have much going on, and they go down in the backfield. 2nd and 14 after the sack. They go underneath. Gain 6. 3rd and 8. We're actually going to send some pressure. They pick it up well, and we bat that pass down. It's 4th and 8. 3 minutes to go. They're going to try something crazy, but they're not going to get it. We're taking over now. Time to run that ball. McDonald's got it. Oh, my God. Stop it. His 4th touchdown of the game. I mean, he is a freak. So that's now 16 carries, 126 yards, and 4 touchdowns for him. Can't ask for anything else. I mean, this just turned right back into the beatdown that it was in the first place. And even on that kickoff, we're not letting them go anywhere. Like, even when we're trying to run the clock out, our team is still scoring. It's kind of crazy. But get them lost 2 in the backfield there. Likely the last play before the 2-minute warning here, assuming that they complete the pass or run the ball. Nice little spin move there. Saves them from another loss. And that does bring us to the 2-minute timeout. They're down 28. No real reason to go crazy here on 3rd and 6. Just keep your passes. Get your gains. They didn't throw to that running back, but it definitely had him over the top there. Although we probably would have batted it down. Who knows? 4th and 6. They are going to go with this throw over the top. Wow, they took the top off of us for the first time all game. They're still chewing clock, though. They're going to get a loss of 2 on that play. KP Price on the blitz, and we cause another fumble on the sack. This is insanity. We're going to hand it off to McDonald one more time, maybe one more time, just for good measure. Oh, that's not going anywhere. You know what? Jones needs a little bit. He got us a nice little first down. Stat pad it just a little bit more. I mean, yeah, 2 21-point quarters to start and close the game is what does it. Jordan McDonald, 129, 4 tutties on under 20 carries. He's a monster. Broke plenty of runs that just shouldn't have even been able to go anywhere. I mean, that touchdown run just sealed the game. Let's take a look at their team first. We held Elijah Brown to no touchdowns. That's pretty impressive. I mean, they couldn't run the ball at all. Cedric Irvin was their best for 10 positive yards on 4 carries. Micah Ford is an actual halfback. I don't know how he lost a total of 7 yards on 4 carries, but we were all over it. Obviously, Elijah Brown got sacked a bunch of times. That's what counts as a negative rush in college. Derek Redd was really their only standout receiver of the game. Everybody else was under 8 on the average catch. I mean, that's crazy. Looking at our stats, obviously the pick 6 wasn't great, but other than that, Grayson James was dang near perfect. I mean, 24 to 26, if you take that pick out, 213, 2 tutties. Jordan McDonald, we already know, 7 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns, 129 yards. I mean, he is a beast. Detrell Jones, not his best game. Got a lot of carries and opportunities where the blocking just didn't set up right, but what's crazy is half of these yards are on that one run that we stat padded at the end. So think about how bad that really was. Obviously, Grayson James got sacked a couple times. It is what it is. In the receiving game, we spread the ball around a lot. Lewis Bond, Jaden Skeet, Detrell Jones even had a lot of catches. Obviously, Jones didn't really do a ton with those. Jeremiah Franklin was good. Reed Harris was good. He had 2 touchdowns on the game, and that one throw to Jordan McDonald was filthy. Logan Taylor lets up the 1 sack of the game. Still doing a lot, though, with the pancakes. Jude Bowery doing good stuff, too. Highlighting our defense, we got after the quarterback today. Odin Stoudemeyer, 2 sacks. Alexander, Ty Clemens, Owen McGovern, and Cameron Martinez all had a sack each. And then Max Tucker and Edwin Kalenge shared 1 as well. Kalenge had 3 TFLs. Martinez did as well. And then, you see all these names here. A lot of contributors on this defense. So we haven't had any particularly difficult matchups so far. We'll get ahead to the next week, which I do believe is a bye. Probably going to make it as a part of this episode. No real updates in the recruiting department. I guess our brand exposure is a little bit better. I mean, look at all these guys. We're going to lose a good amount of the team, and there's really not much we're going to be able to do about it. Cam Martinez, ACC Defensive Player of the Week, as well as Jordan McDonald. No surprise there. We do have the opportunity to upgrade our coach skills from leveling up. I think that was even in the last episode. I'm still not totally updated on all of the different abilities and everything, although I do think that it would be good to try and make receivers easier to find. So that's how we're going to be spending that point. Taking a look at recruiting, we're going to hard sell DeMarco Biscombe. We're down a little bit in that recruitment. See if this clocked in pitch has any better impact on him. And that does free up 10 points to be able to schedule a visit. I'm going to probably do that with Quandre Cotton. I don't think we're going to be able to beat Clemson. They're the number 3 team in the nation. I think this game against Cal would be good. I don't know exactly what these other schools are looking at. Yeah, we're pretty close to the top 3 here. So I don't think we can wait until week 11, another ranked opponent anyway. I think it's either Cal or UConn that we're going to have to set this up for. Honestly, I think Cal wouldn't be the worst team in the world. That's who we play next week. A win there would really give us some momentum. So I think we're going to schedule that, and we'll go pro potential on the sell. That's really all I can think of to do here with the recruiting. I'm not going to change anything. We're in or winning most of these battles. So we'll just advance another week to week 5, where we obviously will play Cal. All of these guys were like first on, so that's good. The risk of transfer, we already know how bad that is. And think about it like this, man. We're a B- contender. This is what it's like when we're winning. Can't even imagine what it's going to be like if we start losing some games. So let's try not to find out, yeah? We do have 10 hours this week, and we are going to use those to get our week 7 visit with Brett Winter. Proximity to home is going to be our little thing there. And obviously we're not going to be ahead of Notre Dame, but we get the second possible visit with this guy. Notre Dame's obviously going to be the week before us. We just hope that he lasts long enough for us to get our visit in week 7. And if we could upset Clemson, I think we could get our first 5-star of the year and of the series, obviously. Winter's a star. We know this. Stevie Finger is elite. We know that. I don't really love the grades we have, B+, B+, C. I feel like I'd rather send the house. And Quandre Cotton is visiting this week. That's a gem 4-star tackle. Doesn't have any major strengths. I mean, he's just very well-rounded. Now that we have the opportunity and it is his visit week, I'll probably hard sell him. A+, C+ still feels like a pretty good option. And this is his visit week, so I don't know if it's the same thing as last year where you get a bonus for hard selling the week of a visit, but that's definitely worth thinking about. I think it's worth at least trying to sway Stevie Finger. I don't know what pitches have proximity to home and coach prestige together. If he could be swayed to care about academic prestige, that would be awesome. So we'll sway that, and then for the moment, we will soft sell what he really cares about here, the athletic facilities. But if we could upgrade that and get this sway to work, I mean, that would just be amazing. I think the same is going to go with Joey Fantuz here. The only sway we can do that would be worth doing would be this one, the sway for coach stability. So if we do that, and then we soft sell this playing style, AA+ and a C, I'm sure that will at least help out a little bit. Ben Maryland, another one that we're going to have to see who we can and can't sway. That's really what it's coming down to here. There's no sway options for him, so I think we're just going to have to take the hard sell, A+, B-, C, and just hope that gets us up a little bit because we are falling down that board. And these are the type of guys where we'll take the hint. If they're not interested in us, then we're not going to try to make them be. The F in playing style is crazy, but that's not like his biggest deal breaker, so we're not really going to worry about it. The fact that I would think about swaying for a C brand exposure is kind of crazy, and that's honestly the only option that we have, so we're going to try that. We'll throw that on him. I mean, he's not anything too crazy. We've already done this for Bascom. A sway on Vernon would be important. This is the guy. I don't know if he's going to be able to play quarterback, but he's definitely got throw power, so his gadget archetype at worst will be an option. Again, can't have the playing style grade that poor. We're going to do this pitch, this little sway, see if we can get him with that. Oh, he's ready to commit. Never mind. We're not going to mess that up. We're just going to leave that alone, leave the send the house on him. We can't schedule a visit, unfortunately, so we're going to hope that he just stays interested. All right, we got to figure out with these final 25 points who we're giving a visit to. I think we got to get Stevie Finger one. He doesn't have any visits right now, so I think the Week 7 visit against Clemson, it's going to have to do. I think we'll throw it on proximity to home, and then we can get a 10-point visit for someone like Joey Fantuz. We'll throw him in the same spot there. Not to get too ahead of ourselves, but if we upset Clemson, that's going to be insane for our recruiting class. So that's going to be it. Nothing else really I got for you. We're going to take on Cal, both undefeated teams. They're very similar overall ranking. Obviously an ACC conference game. Pretty important game on the line. Like I said, all that's going to be in the next episode. Hope you're enjoying the series. If you are, I appreciate it. Never going to beg for any likes or subscriptions or comments or anything like that. Just not who I am. But if you do want to do those things, it's obviously free. Obviously, go ahead and do it. But that is all I got for you. I will catch you all in the next episode. And until then, take care.